Okay, this is the IXL solve linear inequalities. So we'll have a greater than or equal to, a greater than, a less than, or a less than equal to, or we could have what's called a compound inequality. So my recommendation is always to have the variable on the left-hand side, but you can see in IXL, it gives you the options of keeping the symbols however they are. So if you want to do that, in the first one, we have to subtract 115. So we get negative 82 greater than or equal to 2c. Then divide by 2, you get negative 41 greater than or equal to c. So when you enter that, you want to make sure that you use the greater than or equal to symbol. This is called a compound inequality, where we have that and or. So we solve one side, and then we solve the other one. So we're going to look at this one only. So I'm going to add 3q. And then add 77. And then divide by 9. So you would get q greater than 5. And then on this side, multiply both sides by 3. Add 30. But now we're dividing by a negative. And when you divide by a negative, you have to change your sign. So this would be q less than negative 3. This one we're going to solve the inequality and graph it. So solving the inequality first, we have to add 1. And then multiply by 2. So you get greater than or equal to 4. So make sure when you're selecting your endpoint that it is a closed endpoint on 4 going in the right direction. And when you have the variable on the left, the arrow points the direction that it's supposed to go. Okay, so this inequality, because I have an expression between two symbols, this is an and. So I'm going to bring this below. And anything you do to the middle, you do to both sides. So first thing I'm going to do is combine like terms. And then I want to get rid of the 87. So I have to add 87. So I add it on the left, and I add it on the right. Oops. And then I need to divide through by negative 16. So you get negative 4, and you have to change the sign. Less than y less than negative 2. And that makes sense, because negative 4 is less than negative 2. And then it is an open circle, and I call this the dumbbell, and between the two. Solve and graph. Subtract 1. And then multiply by 4. So you get greater than or equal to, so it's a closed circle and it goes in the right direction. Okay, so this is an OR, so it's just two separate. So we times by 5 first. Add 81. And then divide by 4. So you get x greater than 19. This side, add 6. And then divide by negative 23. So I have to change my direction, and that is negative 4. Distribute. Combine like terms. Add 289. And then divide by 2. Whoops. $146. Okay, here's an OR. So we solve the left side. Add 65. And you get C greater than 41. The OR side, combine like terms. Subtract 48. Divide by 84, and you just get C less than 0. Couple more. Again, whatever you do on the inside, you have to do on the outside. So you get 54. Add 3. So you get 57 greater than or equal to C greater than 48. So at 57, it has to be a closed circle. At 48, it has to be open, and it's between. Multiply by 2. Oops. Sorry. How about subtract 1? Now multiply by 2. So you get B greater than or equal to negative 4. Closed circle, and then it's array. And you see that because my B is on the right-hand side, the arrow pointing does not work for that one. And then distribute. Subtract 27. Divide by 9. So T is less than or equal to negative 8. So again, you type it in just the way you see it because the sign is there for you to use. And this is linear.